Welcome to Wrinkles Society of Hope. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support and follow Wrinkles Society of Hope. Today, you are going to hear an amazing woman tell her stories of the wrinkles that she had pressed through in life in order to become the dynamic woman that she is today. So, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. And don't forget, hit that notification bell so that you can listen in on the new interviews as they come. And guess what? I would love to do an interview with you. So hit me up so we can share our motivational stories to encourage these other women. Thank you so much for coming today. Family, I am back, and when I say I was so impressed, I had to chase this woman down. I chased her down, and she has graced me with her presence, and I am so excited to have her share with the Wrinkles family today. So I'm going to have her introduce herself to you all.
Well, hello, Wrinkles family. My name is Whitney Jones. I'm a contemporary R&B, soul, jazz, R&B recording artist. I said R&B twice. I wanted to make sure you knew it was R&B. I'm a performer, recording artist, songwriter, promoter of self-love and self-healing, and that's me.
Well, thank you so much for coming today. And self-love, self-healing, definitely what I felt every song that I listened to. It was just so peaceful. It gave me serenity. It gave me power. It made me want to love myself. So you definitely are doing something magical with your music. You really, I am so excited.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's the whole, focus of what I do, to uplift, inspire, and empower people to kick fear out of their face and walk in love. So yeah. I'm glad you felt that.
I did. And you look, the first time we meeting, and I didn't even get this is what my music is going to be about. I just listened, and I automatically felt that love, that self-love. And it was amazing. And I'm continue to listen, like you all are going to start listening, right? Yes. And as we continue to love ourselves and we go through life, we have moments that we feel like we have some physical changes that age come creeping in. Have you had any physical changes, and how did you feel about that?
I definitely have had physical changes because I had babies the past few years, 2020, I was pregnant, gave birth. And then, I found out a year and a half later, I was pregnant again. So gave birth again in 2023. So I actually just came home from the gym. I attended a yoga class, and I was telling the lady, I was like, gosh, my hips hurt so bad, And she was giving me some poses to do and work on. And, I was letting her know, like, I'm still getting my body back together. And I guess I wouldn't say back, because new body. Anytime you give birth, it's a new body, right? And the whole healing process of that. But I'm getting myself into shape, into the best shape of my life. And so I will say I definitely feel different things in my body. And that's the reason why I started exercising so intently, like this past summer, like last year. So.
Good. I mean, it definitely is a change after you give birth to a beautiful child, and our bodies are like, what just happened? And we have to adjust. What kind of exercise are you doing that is comfortable? What is comfortable for you with your exercise plan?
Weightlifting. I have found weightlifting to be extremely beneficial. At first, I was resistant to it. Like, don't put anything more than 10 pounds on any bar. But I'm pushing the sled twice a week, and that in and of itself is a full body workout. It's my husband, he used to coach football and play football, so he shows me a lot of the football workouts, and I'd be like, no, don't put 50 pounds on there, no. And then he's like, you're strong, you can do it. And then I'm like, okay, but challenging myself with weightlifting, running, walking, what else? And yoga. I do yoga every once in a while, so I would like to do yoga more regularly. But yeah, I'm getting into that. But those are the three primary exercises that I do. I enjoy hiking. It's starting to warm up here in Arizona, so that we'll have to save that for when it starts to cool back down. But yeah, I like to be active every day, move my body.
I love that. And being active, like you said, pushing yourself. I think more and more, a lot of women are trying to get into weightlifting because there was always this myth that if you're lifting weights, you're going to bulk up, you're going to get too many muscles and things like that. But it really is beneficial. You hear that more and more for women to lift weights as well.
Oh yes, most definitely. And the reason why I started really doing a lot of weightlifting because after I gave birth, especially having babies back to back, my abs split. So I had what was called diastases recti. And so like your ab walls, how they line up right here. Mine were like, you could fit like 3 or 4 fingers across. So I started going to physical therapy. And so that's when they had me doing a lot of like weightlifting and just different things. Um, Even just like squats, things like that, helping to control the pelvic floor and all of that. Because all of this is like a corset, right? And so that started me on my fitness journey by attending physical therapy. So it was good that these babies tore up my body because gave me a reason to work out. Well, they didn't tear my body up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that motivation came from that. Wow, that is awesome. I've never heard of that. So, I mean, you really had to push yourself and still is pushing yourself, it sounds like, to get, to a different you, a better you.
Most definitely. And the main thing for me, I was hurting while I was singing. And so I was like, oh no, we got to fix that. It's a lot of ab usage that you're using when you're singing and performing. And when I would lift up, there was like a cone, like this coning. You know what I mean? Like, because everything underneath my abs was just like protruding. So I've worked really hard by working out regularly. Like I said, now I'm at a point of like I move my body daily, even if it's just stretching, even if it's just walking, even if it's just holding a plank for 1 minute. I did something, but the focus is to make sure I've come a long way. I'm able to something as simple as lift a laundry basket without pain. So much is used in our abs on a regular basis. So just regular daily functioning, I was in so much pain, but working out, when I work out consistently, I feel much better. So it's a must, Yeah.
You said you came a long way, and in life we have to go through a lot, and we have to look back, and we press through a lot emotionally, and we go through some things. Is there something that you would like to share that you had to press through in life?
Oh man, I've pressed through quite a bit. um, Gosh, one of the main things I've dealt with here recently, even since giving birth, was experiencing my bouts with depression, and it's ironic because I quit my job in 2019 as a full-time music therapist, where I was working in the hospitals for behavioral health and psychiatric facilities, where I was helping people with mental health needs. And then I left my job July of 2019. I got married November 2019, and then found out I was pregnant February 2020. that next month, you know, everything shut down in, you know what I mean? Like in society, it was like, okay, it's the pandemic and we're done. And so leaving my job, there was uncertainty already, right? And fear, but I was like, okay, I'm going to go forward because I wanted to do what I'm doing now, you know, performing, recording, being a full-time artist, pursuing my passion. And so then to find out February, I'm pregnant, March, everything shuts down. All my gigs, all my performance opportunities were wiped clean. And I was like, oh no, where's the money gonna come from? Like, where's the stability in this? And then I had, you know, some other things going on. So I think that time, because everything shut down and it allowed me to just kind of be at a standstill, I was able to just kind of take a moment, and everything started rushing in and I just kind of sank, you know. We come from this hustle culture. Oh, you got to be grinding. You got to go, 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 go. And I feel like that was the end of that hustle culture for me, and like the beginning or birth of who I am now. Because I've been working most of my life. You know, I had my son very young. I was 16 in high school when I had my first son, and so I mean, I was working 2 jobs, going to school, and then went to college in a whole nother state with my son, and you know, working, going to school, doing volunteer work at his daycare to help kind of curb the cost. You know, I created like music programs in the daycare, so that way they, you know, they'd give me discounts and stuff like that if I came and volunteered, you know, in all the classrooms. So, and I enjoyed the children and sitting around doing music. So I'd bring my guitar and some instruments and sit there with them and sing. So I was just always in this grind culture. After finished college, you know, working, grinding, just trying to. I was a single mom, you know, just trying to take care of him and but still like do the artist thing, but still work and still provide. And it was just a lot. So by the time 2020 came, I needed that. I needed for things to shut down, because that needed that like hustle culture, like go, 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 get a bag, go, 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 grind, grind, grind. It's survival mode. And I've decided it's better to thrive, you know, be in thrival mode than survival mode. Now, granted, there are times in life where you got to be in survival mode. I get that. But after I got stable and, you know, was having my finances together, my son was well taken care of, I was newly engaged. And, you know, then I was like, okay, all right, I can leave my job now. Now I can do this, you know. And I stepped out on faith, not knowing that I was still leaning on like what I thought was going to be the way, if that makes sense, you know. So I think it's definitely important to like, you know, center yourself and understand that sometimes that dark night is there so that you can see the stars. You know what I mean? So that's what came out of that for me. That was a struggle, going through depression, going through therapy, learning to heal myself, learning to love myself. And, you know, here we are. You know, I'm still on that journey. I believe self-love and self-healing is a journey. It's not a destination, but yeah.
That is awesome. And I love that you know, shared the fact that, you know, when things did shut down, a lot of people, it was scary, but also it was like, what do I do now? Because so many women are super women, right?
Yeah.
We have that complex that we can do it all. We hustle all the time, like you said. And I love that, you know, instead of telling yourself that you can't do it, you have to be quiet and sit and learn how to do it differently.
Yeah, yeah. And just really like go within and be guided to like what I'm supposed to do. So I started, you know, writing a song a week. I started a project called 52. And those songs are literally the songs that help bring me out of the depression. I started writing gratitude. I started, like I said, attending therapy and just really shifting my focus more inward instead of externally. I used to say prior to 2020, I remember I used to say all the time, because naturally I'm an introvert, right? But then on stage, I'm extroverted. So it's like a switch. It was like the light is on, the light is off. You see me in the grocery store, I'm just like, But anyway, I used to say, I know myself on stage. I know myself as a musician, a performer. Like, I'm very confident and solid in that, right? I've worked really hard to really blossom in that area. But then there was the other aspect of being Whitney, that I had so many insecurities, and I needed to deal with that. So I'm thankful for the pandemic. I'm thankful for the depression that I experienced, because it caused me to take a step back and, like I said, look inwardly instead of externally. So now I listen to the voice within me. I'm not calling and asking other people for their opinion because I don't care. Most people don't even really know what they are doing. So I'm not going to listen to y'all. I'm going to listen to me.
We definitely need to listen to us more and more. And I love that you said, you took the time to go to therapy and things. What advice would you give to women that are maybe going through those moments that you went through? What advice would you give them?
I would give them the advice of quieting themselves, quiet their minds. Sometimes we just need to go out and sit in nature. Sometimes you need to sit and journal. Sometimes you need to log off of social media for 3 weeks, or 7 days or however long, read a book, take some time to really focus on you and your needs emotionally. There's something that I have found very interesting. A lot of people lack emotional intelligence, and we spend so much time being developed in school for reading, writing, arithmetic, like all your academics, your intellect. That is what's being poured into. But what about the emotional side? What about the mental side? The social side might even be poured into while you're in school and everything. But, it's important to spend some time learning more emotions and identifying those emotions within you so that you can know how to deal with them, how to express them in a healthy way. Because the experience of being human is very vast, right? I think of it like the colors of the rainbow. And it's a beautiful experience, just like I often quote this, like Frankie Beverly says in his song, Joy and Pain, right? They're both one and the same. We need the sun. We need the dirt. We need the storms, right? And we need this, whatever else comes, because it helps to shape us. But what I will say is take some time to go within. Take some time to quiet yourself. Stop the external chatter. You don't need everybody's opinion. You know what you need deep down inside.
Love that. Love that. And as you have grown and getting to know the person that you are inside, let's say you had a t-shirt made and that t-shirt represent the woman that you are today. What would that t-shirt say?
I do have t-shirts being This is my new water bottle. Then you get to see the first merch. You're the first person to see the merch. Look at this. This just arrived in the mail. It says, "Kick fear out your face." I designed this.
Love it, love it, love it.
I believe there are 2 vibrations we vibe on, love or fear, and a lot of our decisions are rooted in all of our decisions are rooted in one or the other, and it's moment by moment, day by day, right? It doesn't mean if you made a fear-based decision in the morning, you can't make a love-based one at noon. But this right here, kick fear out your face, because it's like, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What's going to happen? What is actually going to happen if you speak up for yourself? Oh, you'd make somebody mad. Oh, you know what I mean? What actually happens if you actually do the thing that you really want to do? Everyone's going to be upset. Whatever. Kick fear out your face and move forward.
I love that. I love that. We definitely are going to promote that because that is something that is definitely needed. We have to become more assertive and love ourselves enough to be assertive. Stand up for ourselves more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely do.
Yes.
And now that you are doing amazing things in the community, which had me chase you down, can you share all the upcoming things and everything that you're doing and the new exciting things that just happened?
Yes. So I just released my first album. This is the vinyl. You get to see all the merch today. I haven't even shown my mailing list people this yet.
I'm so special.
Yes. So I just released an album on Friday called Based on Reality. These are songs of self-healing, self-love, self-empowerment, fun messages of relaxation, like take a chill pill, just chill out, relax, breathe. That's one of the tracks. It Will Be All Right, I Am Grateful. There's so many songs on there. I released 2 singles prior to releasing this album. So Under the Moonlight and True Love, which are both love songs. And I released those, one in October and another one in April. So I'm excited. Earlier this month, I'm excited that this project has come to life because this is what I quit my job to do. And here I am 6 years later doing the thing that I said I was going to do. Here I am 21 years later when at 16 I said I wanted to do this and I was like, oh no, but I'm pregnant. I'll never be able to do that now. So this means a lot to me. This means a lot because this is like, yeah, I kicked fear out of my face over and over and over again. And I did the things that were hard so I could do the things that I wanted to do. So there's that album, Based on Reality, wherever you stream your music. Go look it up, add it to your playlist. You can also go on my website, whitneyjonesmusic.com. You can purchase the CD, the vinyl, or the digital download. You just go in there, you name your price. We're also going to be uploading the merchandise. So I wanted to, and I designed all of it. I wanted to make merch that was meaningful and had messages. So when people sit their water bottles down or have on their t-shirt, they can see, like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's a cool message. We need these messages subliminally and consciously. We need these messages. Kick fear out of your face, walk in love, uplift, inspire, empower. Like these are things that we need to do in our community, in our society, and in our world. Lastly, I have a concert coming up on May 9th at Chandler Center for the Arts. I am extremely excited about this. This is the album release concert, so you get to hear it live. I have wonderful musicians and vocalists a part of this experience. Packer Lane is going to be opening the concert. He's an acoustic soul R&B brother from Alabama. Very, very cool. A soul crooner, I like to say. So you want to check him out. He goes on right at 7. The wonderful Earl Alex is going to be hosting the event. We partnered with event specialty partners, and this is just going to be a wonderful evening of excellence. Live music, exceptional performing, and you all get to hear the album from my heart to yours. So This means a lot to me.
I'm so excited for this concert. Make sure you all get your tickets. And what's the link? Is the link on your website as well to get the tickets?
Yep, you can go to whitneyjonesmusic.com, click on the shows tab or whitneyjonesmusic.com/shows, and you will see the Ticketmaster link. Tickets are on Ticketmaster, so I'll send you the link and you can upload it here. But yeah, tickets available on Ticketmaster. You can even go on Chandler Center for the Arts, type in Whitney Jones, Based on Reality, May 9th. I'm on there. And then you just click on the link and the Ticketmaster link will come up. I'm excited. I'm
so excited for you as well. And I know you talked about it. You said at 16, this was your dream. How are you feeling? Like, how is this manifesting? How is this feeling that you are here? Your concert is happening. How are you feeling about this vinyl? I mean, merch. This is amazing. How does it feel?
It feels really, really rewarding. It feels rewarding, but it also is still a lot of work. There is no like, I have arrived, no. It's a lot of work. I have never worked this hard in my life as an entrepreneur. I might add, I own my own label, so I'm an independent label owner. So Whitney Jones Music is the label. And so it's empowering, and it's a dream come true. Like, I'm like pinching myself, like, look, there's a whole album there. You did it. The concert is coming up. You're doing it, and then it's just up from there. My focus is to tour the world, continuing to uplift, inspire, and empower people. So this is my launching pad. That's what it feels like a launching pad. Like, all right, it's up. You know how when you're on the runway, like I've been on the runway. Now it's like, wheels are going up. Here we go.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. I'm so excited for where you're going, what you're doing. I mean, I love vinyl, so I'm like, oh, I didn't know I got to get the vinyl. I did the download already streaming, but I need the vinyl. So
all right.
And I hope that everyone purchased, and I love your merch already. So I am so excited that, first of all, I get to see it here and I get to promote it here. We definitely want to support you. I mean, the fact that you're following your dreams, you didn't give up, that says a lot. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Right. Well, I definitely hope that you see all these links coming across, buy some merch, definitely get the music. Because let me tell you, I felt so loved. I felt so in comfort, and I felt like I was at peace listening to the amazing songs. True Love is already my favorite. But I gotta keep listening because I keep going back to that one, and I enjoy it.
That's okay, enjoy it. Let it marinate.
If I listen to it, then I'll go back to I'm Grateful, then I'll jump around. So I gotta keep listening, and I can listen all day. And so I hope you all continue to follow in my footsteps. Listen to the music, especially like get a warm bath and just sit back and listen and do some self-love, because that's definitely what you're promoting in your music. I thank you for even having that kind of spirit in your songs. It's really amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. And you're welcome. Again, this just came out of life experience, and I'm like, all right, this is what I want to give to the people because this is what's been given to me, So I'm just a conduit.
Well, it's never too late to purchase tickets for this amazing concert. I also listened to the gentleman that you said is opening up. His music is amazing as well. So this concert is going to be on fire.
Yes, absolutely. Packer Lane, he is amazing. I mean, he's got his songs, and it just feels like a warm blanket when he sings, like a hot cup of tea, Some soup when you're sick.
Everybody's going to be coming out of the concert loving themselves and just smiling. I cannot wait. I can't wait. So here's the link for that concert. Make sure you purchase your tickets. It's not too late to get your tickets. So purchase, support, and just have you a good time. Good time.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I thank you so much for coming to the Wrinkles family today.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure to speak to you and to your audience. And thank you.
All right. Well, bye-bye, Wrinkles.